Hey everybody, this is Tia. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Tia Tastes, where I try foods from around the world. Today's review is for the June 2016 Universal Yums box. It's my first box from Universal Yums, and I just received it today, so hopefully we get some good stuff in here. Okay, I know from people's reviews online that the Universal Yum box shows the flag of the country that you are getting a box for. Look what I got. I live in the US, so we will see if there's anything new in here. Starting it off is G.H. Creeder's Popped Corn Chicago Mix. Buttery caramel corn and rich cheddar cheese corn, two favorites in every handful. I have had caramel corn and cheese corn together as Chicago Mix with other companies, but never this specific company. Smells good. I do like popcorn and I do like caramel and cheese popcorn separately, but I don't typically eat them together. We'll give it a shot. Right off the bat, the caramel corn stands out a lot more than the cheese corn. They are very decent sized popcorn pieces compared to other popcorns you can buy in the store. So that right there is an indicator of a good quality. This company's been around since 1885. They're doing something right. And I like that it's all natural. A very good mix. Together or separate, I would give these a 10 out of 10. The next item in the box is Chesapeake Crab Route 11 potato chips. They are salty and spicy, kettle cooked potato chips. Kind of thick compared to regular potato chips. I have no idea what flavor these are. They're kind of weird. I really honestly can't place the flavor. It's kind of green, and it doesn't state what kind of spices. It just says spices and paprika. I don't know about these. Yeah, I don't like these. I can't quite place what it is. Whatever the spice is, isn't something I'm enjoying. I mean, they're a good potato chip. They've got good crunch to them. They're not too thick where, you know, they're too hard on your mouth. But the flavor isn't going well with me. I think I would give these a 2 out of 10. The next item is Grippo's barbecue flavored potato chips. They have a very interesting scent to them. First of all, the potato chips themselves are a lot softer than the kettle cooked. They're a little bit thinner and they're not as crunchy. The flavor is pretty good, but it's another one of those spices I can't quite put my finger on, and it's got a good kick. I do really like the potato chips themselves, but I'm not real keen on the seasoning. I think I would give these, I would say a 7 out of 10. They're, like I said, really good potato chips, but the flavor of the barbecue seasoning is just a little off in my opinion. The next one is Liberty Orchard's Applets and Cotlets. Apple, apricot, and walnut candies from Pacific Northwest. It says they are no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. They're gluten-free, no cholesterol, and low in sodium. I feel like I've seen these in stores before, but I don't think I've ever actually tried them. They're cute little individual wells for each of the snacks. They smell really good. It smells like fresh fruit. No, thank you. I don't know what it is, but my initial hit on those was like flowers. I mean, like roses, very perfumey. I would have to give these a 1 out of 10 because I will not take another bite of these and I will not be purchasing them. I really was kind of bummed when I saw that this box was from the US because I want to try foreign stuff, international foods, but so far I haven't had anything that I've had before, and now I know I don't ever want these again. All right, let's switch it up here and get something savory going on. The next one is Alaska's Best Wild King Salmon Jerky in teriyaki flavor. Ooh. Okay, if you've ever had a smoked salmon from like the deli or just a general grocery store, that is the very intense salmon scent that these have. These are pretty good. They definitely are very fishy once you chew them a little bit more because you start to rehydrate it, but they're not overwhelming and the teriyaki flavor is not overpowering. It's a good balance. Whoa, major sodium in these. For this package, which is 1 ounce, is 790 milligrams of sodium. Wow. but you are getting 14 grams of protein, so that's a good thing. I would probably give these an 8 out of 10. I was just looking at these online. Cactus candy, and I was wondering what it tasted like, so that's too funny that sure enough in my yum box, here it is. That is the cactus candy, covered with sugar, and it's a little jelly candy. I don't know about this one. The thing that's jumping out at me on this is lemon. And so I was looking at the ingredients, and it does have oil of lemon in it. I don't know if it's supposed to be flavored as anything else, but that's the flavor that I am getting above everything else is lemon. They are okay. I'm glad that I didn't purchase them and before I got them as a sample. I would probably give these a 6 out of 10. The thing is that your first ingredients are water, sugar, and corn syrup solids, and then you get the prickly pear cactus juice. One thing I've noticed when doing these international taste tests is that the international foods are a lot less preservatives and ingredients overall in their snacks, and I actually like that a lot better than seeing all of the huge list of ingredients on these US snacks. So I do these tests to try and see what else is out there in the world that I haven't tried before, and things that maybe I've tried previously and don't like them. Maybe if I try something in a different brand or a different format, I might like the flavor. Having said that, this is one thing that I don't typically like, and that is key lime. This is Anastasia Confections Creamy Coconut Patty. Not a huge fan of coconut, so we've got two things in one that I'm not a huge fan of, but it's dipped in dark chocolate, so maybe that'll help offset it. Well, the poor thing was definitely subjected to some heat. It's got kind of a gray tone to the chocolate, but then you turn it over, it is bright green. No, can't do it. The key lime flavor is not super strong, but the coconut is just not my thing. It might be real coconut, but it's like sugared. Nope, this is not happening for me. This one gets a 1 out of 10 for me. It's a cute concept, and if you like coconut and key lime, you might like this, but I am not a fan of it. These are Dee Dee's Gourmet Classic Southern Recipe Cheese Straws Jalapeno. And I've heard of cheese straws before. I've never actually had them, nor have I made them. Oh, these are so cute. They're not actually straws, they're minis. Just little bites. These are pretty good. They're not overwhelmingly cheesy. They're not really salty. They're just lightly salted and lightly flavored. I'm not really getting a huge jalapeno flavor. They're definitely not spicy, so you don't have to worry about that. And I like that the first ingredient is actually cheddar cheese. I would give them a 9 out of 10. Ironically, this was another candy that I was just looking at the other day, and it's Annabelle's Abba Zaba Chewy Taffy with Peanut Butter Center. You can see that there's like white taffy and then there's peanut butter down here. So I'm gonna try to take a bite out of the middle. It's really chewy. I'm assuming that the outside white is just a vanilla taffy. It is actually hurting my teeth. The peanut butter is not too strong. I don't know if you guys have them where you are, but we have these black and orange little wrapped candies for Halloween that basically taste exactly like this. It's okay, but the fact that it hurt my teeth and I'm not a huge peanut butter fan, I would probably give these I'll give them a 5 out of 10. These look like little maple leaves. There's no information on here, but these are Vermont maple drops. It takes about 43 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of maple syrup. That's crazy. They're little cute maple leaves. As you would expect, they taste like maple syrup. They're pretty light, not too sweet. They're a little big, in my opinion. I'm not a big hard candy fan, but I would give these an 8 out of 10 because they taste good and they're not too sweet. The next thing in the box is saltwater taffy, which is one of my favorite candies. These are Freilingers, and they have also been in business since 1885. A minute of chewing later. Just like any other saltwater taffy I've had, really good chew to it, not too chewy, unlike the Abba Zaba was really chewy. This one I believe is maple flavor, so after the maple candy it might be a little muted, but still had a really good flavor in my opinion. 10 out of 10. I love saltwater taffy. This looks like it might just be another hard candy. These are Wild Huckleberry Twists from Montana. I think I've had huckleberry taffy before, saltwater taffy ironically, but I've never had a hard candy or anything else huckleberry. They're okay. Again, not a huge fan of hard candy, but they have good flavor. Give these an 8 out of 10. Definitely a lot of stuff in this box, that's for sure. The next thing, ooh, I might like this one. This is a habanero praline from Lamb's Candies. I do like sweet and spicy. I actually had chili mango saltwater taffy the other day. Just looks like that. It's got, see, again, this has got such a huge list of ingredients. That is a very strong pepper smell. Wow, the heat hits you immediately. Like I said, I am a fan of hot and sweet chili chocolate, chili saltwater taffy. This is intense. The point where I basically just swallowed it to get it out of my mouth. It's very smoky and very strong on the pepper. It's a very fresh pepper taste, not like chili pepper powder. This is a very fresh, green, fresh vegetable taste to it, so I will give it that, but it's a little too intense to actually enjoy the praline itself. And I got 2 of them in the box. The candy itself, very good chew to it. I will give it a 5 out of 10 for originality and for the actual candy consistency. Flavor is just a little too strong in my opinion. Last thing out of the box, this monster pastry cookie. I don't know what it is. Joey's Love in Every Bite, black and white. The back of it kind of looks like a muffin top, and then you've got the frosting, so I don't know if it's filled with anything. Whoa, sweet. It's not filled with anything. Not really liking this. The covering is too sweet in my opinion. It's powdered sugar sweet, overpowering the cake part. Cake part just tastes like orange cupcakes that have the swirlies on top. Not a big fan of this. It seems pretty natural, but it just tastes artificial. I'm gonna give this 3 out of 10. I already feel like I'm gonna get heartburn from it. But then again, that could be the habanero praline. Overall, extremely pleased with the amount of different snacks in the box. I definitely found some new treats that I've never had before and tried some ones that I've wanted to try and found that I didn't necessarily like them. But, you know, that's what I love about these boxes. I have liked almost every single international food that I've tried, and the US box is actually the most disappointing to me. If you have any desire to try new things, pick up one of these Yum boxes. Each month is a different country. This month, of course, is US. Enjoy yourself, try new things. Thank you again for joining me. If you like this video, press the like button below, and if you want to see more, press the subscribe button so you can see when I post new videos. I'll see you again next time.